I've always known with great clarity that when you close your eyes at the moment that you die, and then you open your eyes into a new world. The death is not the end of the story. When we're talking about not the pathology of the world, but the beauty of the world, and when we're talking about the illusion of reality, when we're talking about enlightenment, when we're talking about the one heart, so their personal experience is everything. It changes everything. Okay? So let me give an example of that, if I can. And KK and I were talking about this driving back from Portland, yesterday afternoon, from Portland, Maine to Vermont. And I was talking to Zach about it, just this morning. So I've always known with great clarity that when you close your eyes at the moment that you die, and then you open your eyes into a new world. The death is not the end of the story, right? The death is not the final frontier. It's a frontier in which we cross over into a new world. And does that make sense, everyone? Clear? And I wrote a book on death. That's, where I wrote 4/5 of a book. It's in the 4/5 pile, and which I hope to share at the right time. It was 3 years ago. It was a key project of the center, which we put aside in order to finish another project on, right? And we've talked about a death as a night between 2 days. And yet we remain very attached to the world. And on the one hand, we should be passionately committed, right? And we should be, passionately attached to the world, and we should be madly committed to the urgency of transmuting suffering in the world. And we never want to look at the fact that this world is a corridor, a hallway to the next world, as a way of abandoning responsibility for this world. That's all completely true. That's deep. That's true. That's completely true. And there's something about a personal experience that changes things. So Kake and I were saying yesterday, and Zach and I were saying this morning, I can't quite believe that my beloved friend, Sally Kempton, is gone. It's actually shocking to me. It's like, how could that be? Like, it's unimaginable to me. I can't grasp it in my body. And, I have a little text thread here on my phone where I just, send Sally texts, every day just to say hi. And, right. And I kind of asked Sally for help in this world, and I asked Sally, can I help her in the next world? But her leaving the world gave me a direct experience of the continuity of consciousness in a way that I never had before. Because for me and for KK and right, Sally is so real. Her life force is so absolutely real that the notion that it could have disappeared into oblivion is an absurdity. And as I have a self-evident, direct realization of Sally's continuity of consciousness. Does everyone get that? Meaning it's a direct experience of enlightenment. I'd have a direct experience because I go through the reality, but this is not the intellectual reality, right? The lived through my body, eye, vision, God, somatic reality of Sally's existence. And I can locate myself in that existence. And then I realize that existence is existent. Right? That existence is existent. But it's not an intellectual knowing, right? right? It's like Christina, right? Right, beloved KK, right? My beloved KK has this experience with her mother, right? And just locate yourselves, anyone, locate, my friends, where you have that experience, where you just have a direct experience, right? An embodied knowing of the continuity of consciousness. So that's a really big deal. Okay. So this is a place where my personal experience does completely change my actual knowing. And that's called the eye of the heart. That's what the eye of the heart means.